Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Strange Mind 6. I'm your host, Ruby, and today we're going to be getting ready to read Lost Soul, Be at Peace, a graphic memoir by Maggie Thrash, author of Honor Girl. But before we begin, please grab your snacks, grab your drinks, hit that like button, and if you aren't already, please hit the subscribe button. It'd be great for you to join the family. Without further ado, here's the graphic novel of Lost Soul, Be at Peace. We start by Maggie being in her room, bored, playing with the laser and her cat, when all of a sudden she hears someone ring the doorbell. She looks outside and sees the mysterious guy waving. She notices he's carrying a gun as well. "Hello?" she says, as he responds, "Do you always open the door for strangers?" No." "Do you always leave that window wide open?" Maggie shrugs. "Is your father home?" "I think so." "Wrong answer. If anyone asks, your father is always home." "Bob! Hey, Judge. Come on in. Sorry to bother you on a Saturday. How many exits?" "4. And ground floor windows?" "10. "Mom? There's a weird guy here. Dad let him in." "Oh, Bob's here." "Who's Bob?" "Bob." "Oh, Bob. I thought you said Dracula." "Bob is a U.S. Marshal. I'm sure I told you he was coming. He's making a map of the house." "A map?" "Bob, have some sweet peach tea." As Maggie looks at the desk and sees the newspaper, "Slain. The Vengeful." No one knew this was part of the deal. No one knew this was an occupational hazard for federal judges, stated Roberto Jones. Shot over 30 times in the face and chest, stalked the family for weeks before carrying out the grisly murders. Mother, son, daughter, the family dog, all shot. Extremely distressing and disturbing. Gang-related revenge, killing, increased security for federal. Maggie's eyes shot open. She peered and peeked to see what her father and Bob were talking about. Bob asks, "I'll need access to every inch of the house." "Whatever you gotta do, Bob." Large properties like this can be vulnerable. Your neighbors can't hear you scream. I'd like to install an alarm system." "If you think it's necessary." "Where do you keep your guns?" "There's a hunting closet downstairs." "One appears to be missing." "I took that one." "Why?" "'Cause it's my favorite." "A firearm is not a toy, honey. Over 10% of gun-related deaths are accidents involving children." "I'm not a child." "Maggie, don't argue with adults." "Guns do not make you safer. 99% of the time, An intruder will take your gun and use it against you. Well, I'd be that 1%. I didn't mean, not because I'm special. I have a certification. She'll put it back. Chapter 1. It's like you're falling into a deep cave on a moonless night and there's no escape, and suddenly you realize it's not a cave, it's your soul. As Maggie sits down while the other girls stretch and practice ballet. Could you be more specific? Like a cave that hasn't seen the light of the sun in 10,000 years. I'm in charge of the group number for my dance class. It's the most responsibility I've ever had in my life. I always feel awkward touching the girls. This is Maggie's perspective and point of view, by the way. I always feel really awkward touching the girls. At the beginning of the year, I told a few people that I'm pretty sure I'm a lesbian. I expected the news to get around and be this big sensation. But what actually happened is that everyone just kind of ignored it. So I didn't tell my parents because I was afraid they'd ignore me too. Looking back, I don't know why everyone's lack of reaction surprised me. It's like shouting into emptiness of space and being surprised that no one answers. We'll do measurements for costumes tomorrow. No crash dieting. Your bodies are beautiful. God loves you just the way you are, and besides, it's too late to make any difference, the teacher says. A girl besides Maggie says, "Have you studied for Hamlet yet?" Leia is sort of my best friend, but all she ever talks about is school. Ugh, no, I haven't even started. I'm doomed. Bzz, bzz. Leia responds, opens her phones and responds. "Hi, Mom. We just finished. I'll be out in like 5 seconds. Yes, Mom. I love you too." Maggie thinks, people who say I love you are like aliens to me. No one in my family says it to each other. Once a girl said it to me when I was lending her a calculator, and I was so startled I dropped it and it broke. Need a ride home? No thanks, I'll walk. As Maggie walks to her home. She sees her cat, Tom. "Thomasina! Tom!" Thank God. Lately, our neighborhood is overrun by coyotes. They eat cats and small dogs and garbage and whatever they can find. They come out at sunset, and if I can't find Tommy, I bring her inside. I worry all night that I'll never see her again, or worse, that I'll find her little head in the yard in the morning. That's the scariest thing about coyotes. They sometimes leave the heads behind. "Mom, you need to bring Tommy in earlier. Mom! Mom!" As Maggie sees a letter. "Remember, I'm at church, and blah, 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 as Maggie and her father sit down. You might assume my dad is a Republican because he's so old fashioned, but actually, he's a Democrat. In the South, the difference is that Democrats go bird hunting while Republicans go deer hunting. My mom's specialty is a slab of ham with Coke poured over it. I'm not even making this up. Dad, look! Tommy thinks she's a dinner guest. As her father ignores her. Oh, Maggie. I'm always surprised when my dad says my name. For some reason, I expect him to call me Miss Thrash or Tenant. I want to make some changes to your stock portfolio. Can you sign me power of attorney? Sure. Does this mean you're my lawyer now? I've always been your lawyer. The house suddenly seemed huge. When my brother left for college, it's not like he was such a sparkling, sunny presence. He's a grim introvert, just like my dad, but it was nice having him around. We would watch Babylon 5 after school and make microwave s'mores, which is fun with a friend, but by yourself, it's kind of depressing. The other day, I realized I'm the same age as Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, which makes me want to crawl in a hole and die. Not just because of the pressure that I should be taller and more charming by now, but because by the age of 16, Aurora had already snagged her happy ending, and her story was over. Mom enters. I'm home! Isn't this cute? It's a Marie Antoinette bonbon scoop. It was only $700. I saw Mrs. Carey and she said Louise still doesn't have a date for cotillion, so hint hint, Kitty Morgan was there wearing black, appropriately, but you know, you could go to the hairdresser Easter. I'd die and go to the heaven, gained a little weight, but still attractive, and blah blah blah. I don't know what I have to do to get my mom to notice that I'm incredibly depressed. I'm failing all of my classes, dyed my hair purple, but if I said anything about it directly, she'd be like, well, maybe if you studied and hadn't ruined your hair, you wouldn't be depressed. Tommy, don't eat that. That's people food. You're not a person. Feel lucky. Hamlet, Mel Gibson. As Maggie tries to watch the movie. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. I have to pass my in-class essay on Thursday. The situation with my grades has become dire. My parents are in denial about it. My mom was Psi Beta Kappa, and my dad went to Harvard. So it's a miracle of genetics that together they produce a child who is failing 11th grade. The only reason I don't run away from home is because I couldn't leave Tommy. All that lives, all that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity. How is it that the clouds still hang on you? all is not well. I doubt some foul play could would the night where come. As she plays with the laser and with Tommy, she points the laser to the hallway, and Tommy looks back. Maggie says, "Go get it," and she goes. Maggie stops the movie and looks up on Ask Jeeves. Ask Jeeves was almost like Yahoo or Google. Why am I so depressed? And something pops up. Angel Fire. Feeling gloomy and depressed? You could be dehydrated. Try this simple trick. When you're feeling low, drink a glass of water. Shop the water guru. Fact. What can the guru do for me? Is bottled water poisonous? Is water the key to inner peace and immortality? Is water the key to changing my life? Maggie looks at the screen and then grabs a glass of water and realizes it's a bunch of BS. She then goes and feeds Tommy. Tommy! 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 Tom? Chapter 2. Mom, did you let Tommy out? No, not me. I can't find her all of a sudden. It's weird. That's pretty. It's the marsh in Savannah where your ancestors fought the Spanish. Your great-great-great-great-grandfather led a charge in the Battle of the Bloody Marsh in 1742, was given a cotton plantation by General Oglethorpe after the Savannah River until it burned down by General Sherman and the Yankee troops and stole every last thing. As Maggie hears this, she just rolls her eyes and leaves. Hey Dad, have you seen... Never mind. It's pointless to ask my dad. He grew up in the country where the only reason to have a cat is to hunt mice in the barn. He pays no attention to Tommy and would never bother to let her out. So Maggie looks at Tommy's food. She checks the front door, checks the back door, checks the basement and the garage. All the doors are locked. The alarm system shows no irregular activity. I probably shouldn't be worried. Cats find weird hiding places all the time. But I just have the worst feeling in my chest all of a sudden. It takes about an hour to search my whole house, which has 13 rooms and an attic. The back of the house, the front of the house. Tommy? Maggie sees a box. She opens it. My favorite thing are my 5 Elvis plates and my cat, Thomasina. Thomasina is gray, and we just got her. I named her after my favorite movie, The 3 Lives of Thomasina. One day, we will switch, and I will be the cat. I will be a white cat named Claudie Cat. That's all, folks. Maggie, 7 years old. What the hell is Claudie Cat? What am I supposed to do now? Post lost cat signs around my own house? Squeak. Maggie looks. She sees a bat. Ah! Mom! Where are you? As she hears her mother in the distance. Where? I can't find Tommy anywhere. Have you asked your brother? True. Why would I ask him? He's a zillion miles away. My mom has the ability to ignore people. It's mind-boggling. Like to the point where you start to question your own existence. She gets up and walks away. Slam. The door goes. I swear to God, I have never seen this hallway in my life. Run. Roberto J. Jones, U.S. Marshal. Should I call him? No. Maggie takes out the hunting rifle. Quickly goes down the hall and kicks in the door. Bursts open through that door and sees the mess. Hello? Slam. Halt! Hey! Ah! Who the hell are you? Who are you? Put your gun down slowly and leave. No way, you put your gun down. So you can shoot me? I'll shoot you first. I'm not gonna shoot you. I don't even know you. Are you a criminal? Are you waiting for my dad? No, I'm waiting for my dad. Why do you have a gun? My dad's a real mean drunk. I have to stay awake and protect my mom. Well, you're in the wrong house. Oh, sorry. Bye. Bye, freak. Whoa! Dud. I used to have sleepwalking problems, which lately has morphed into something even more annoying. Now I wake up in the middle of the night screaming my head off. On TV, the parents always swoop in and assure the kid there's no such things as ghosts and monsters, but my parents, they never wake up. Their room is too far away. And since my brother left, I'm all on my own. Chapter 3. I've had vivid dreams before, dreams that were hard to shake off in the morning, but this is beyond that. This is like I had bet $5,000 that there is a red hallway in this room, only for some reason it's invisible right now. Mom, please, 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 keep your eyes open for Tommy. I will. I'm sure she'll pop up like she always does. And don't walk home if it's raining. I'll pick you up. In April, all of Atlanta feels like a funeral. The flowers are in full bloom, but the sky is gray and drains the color. It's humid and dismal, and the ground is covered in worms. Poor Ophelia, divided from herself and her fair judgment, without which we are pictures or mere beasts, Oh heavens, is this possible? A young maid's wits should be as mortal as an old man's life. I like my teacher, Mr. Blazik. He gives me a lot of breaks because he knows I don't belong in this class. Last year, some people thought I had potential, so I was put in advanced placement English. But now that I'm here, I'm totally drowning, and it's clear that my potential was just a mirage. Mr. Blazik says, "So, it's Ophelia Chaste, blameless Ophelia, who is driven to utter madness in the play. Why is Shakespeare punishing her?" Doesn't seem like a punishment. Why do you say that? Um, I don't know. I wish I could deal with my problems by just going insane, but then you'd be insane. Wouldn't that present wouldn't that present a problem? An even greater one? No. Because insane people don't know they're insane, so they're lucky. As the bell rings. Have you picked a theme for the in-class essay yet? No, have you? No, but I have an extension, so I can go take your daughter to work day. I can go to a take your daughter to work day. Wait, that's a real thing? Yeah, my dad's a surgeon. I get to watch an eyeball transplant. Ew. Mom, have you found Tommy yet? Maggie, you're obsessing. There's no point in getting yourself in a tizzy slam. She hangs up the phone. Back in dance class, the teacher says, "Moment of truth, ladies. No panicking. The measure tape is not your enemy." "I need emergency liposuction," says one girl. "Oh my god, Maggie, your boobs are huge." "What?" "They are not. I wear an A cup." "Yeah, and you're like exploding out of it. You need a bigger bra." "Have you found Tommy yet?" as her mother went to pick her up. "No, but I'm sure I need a new bra." "May I have a new bra, please?" as her mother starts to drive. I don't know why having boobs feels so horrendous. I guess because your body is basically saying, "Fuck you, you're growing up. You're becoming the person you're doomed to be for the rest of your life. It's happening right now before your eyes." As she stares into the mirror, she puts on her shirt and grabs the flashlight and starts to search again. "Here, kitty kitty." "Hey, Christ, you scared me to death. What are you doing in here? I'm not dreaming right now. It's not even night. I don't know. What are you doing here? This is my house, and I'm looking for my cat." "You lost your cat inside?" "Leave me alone. Go back to your ghost land or whatever. I like this. I'm sorry. I think this is the ghost land." As Maggie rolls her eyes. "No, it's not. It's my house. And I have like 10 quadrillion problems without you being creepy and bothering me. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty." "Oh, poor you. Your mansion is so big, you lost your cat inside it. Boo hoo." I'm sorry. Just in a bad mood. Haven't slept in forever. Are you sure you looked everywhere? Yes. Except. Except where? I'm scared to look in those silver tubes. I'm scared she crawled in there and died. I'll look. No, wait. You have to face it eventually. Wince. No, cat. Sighs. Are you real? Obviously, I'm real. I just have a different physiological makeup than you. Are you a dead person? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Is that from Hamlet? I was just reading that. I know. I saw it on your floor. My God, stay out of my room! Whack, as it goes right through him. So, are you planning to just lurk around my house forever? I didn't plan this. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I should be home studying. Hey, wait a sec. Is where you live a shithole full of junk? You don't have to be so insulting, but yeah. Follow me. I saw it last night. It was a red hallway with a door at the end. I'd never seen it before in my entire life. But it was right there. Maggie! Dinner! Who are you talking to? Are you on the phone? No one. I'm just reciting a poem. Maggie, please sit up straight. I saw Judy today at Pilates and she said Emily said that magnolia trees are in bloom. Just heavenly. Did did do your dance performance unless it's weird. Mr. A whole pack of coyotes in the residence and blah 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 blah. Wait, what did you say? A trapper from animal control? For the coyotes to get in. You can't have them killed? They're devouring everyone's cats. I thought you'd be glad. That's not a reason to kill them. Animals are just being themselves. They don't deserve to be punished. Murderers are just being themselves. Rapists are just being themselves. Should they be allowed to roam the land obeying their criminal instincts? I can't remember the last time my dad really responded to anything I said. It's so shocking that I suddenly can't remember what I was even talking about. Can I go to take your daughter to work day? Why? My mom is the most suspicious person on earth. It wouldn't be so annoying if I weren't usually trying to get away with something. Because I'm very interested in the law. Don't you have an English test or something? I'm more concerned with the test of life. Well, if your father doesn't object. He says nothing. Thomasina's dead. You killed her. As she watches the show. I've seen this movie with my little sister. I don't even know your name. Do you have one? Tommy. What? Are you kidding me? That's my cat's name. With an I. Are you... Are you my cat? Oh, I thought that was plainly obvious. What with all my feline features and the fact that the world revolves around you and your cat. Shut up. I'm going to court with my dad tomorrow, so I won't be around for you to bother. Just get her another cat, the TV says. No fair, I want to come, Tommy says. Please, 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 can I come? I guess, but are you allowed to leave the house you're haunting? I don't think I'm haunting the house. I'm haunting you. As Maggie pauses the TV, what's that? It's the internet. It has, like, the answer to every question. What are you asking it? Why am I being haunted by a ghost? Lost spirits hanging around. Don't be afraid, a gentle chant may be all that's required to return your household ghoul to its deathly realm. As they look at each other, they light a candle and say together, Lost soul, be at peace. Lost soul, be at peace. Lost soul, be at peace. This isn't working, Tommy says as he flops down onto the floor. I can't be at peace if I don't know what happened to me. That's exactly how I feel, says Maggie. And we are going to leave it here for today. Tune in next time for chapter 4. And as always, remember, my dear friends, may you have a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening whenever this video reaches you. This has been Ruby, signing off.